Hey, what's up YouTube? What's up guys? How you doing out there in YouTube land? Welcome back to another Toddy Walnuts video. This is going to be an update video of the things I picked up over the last month. I got a couple PlayStation 4 games. I got a little stack of Twilight Time Blu-rays. I took advantage of their latest sale, which was now a week or two ago. I got the two latest editions from the Disney Movie Club. I got a couple Blu-rays. I got a little stack of imports that I got from the UK, Sweden, and Germany. A couple titles from Arrow, some other miscellaneous stuff. I got an out-of-print creature feature film. I have another creature feature film that was on DVD that never had a Blu-ray release that desperately needs a Blu-ray release. And I got a Kino title, Scorpion title, and let's just jump into it here. Let's get into the Twilight Time stuff first. Like I was saying, I took advantage of their latest sale, and they had there was a handful of titles that they had for 15 bucks a piece. This first one, however, was not part of the sale. I got this one at eBay, or on eBay. This one is now out of print from the Twilight Time catalog. It is Harlock Space Pirate 3D. This is a Japanese anime film, and it is more like a CGI film, kind of comparable to like Avatar, I would say. Not quite as good as the animation that Avatar used for their CGI, but it's pretty good. You can watch it in 3D or regular 2D, and you do get two different cuts of the film for this one. And this is just another rendition of the Harlock tale. There have been several different stories or movies about Harlock, the space pirate. This one came out in 2015, and this is a 2-disc set. And like I said, it is now out of print, but it's still very affordable on secondary markets. I think I picked this one up on eBay for 25 bucks, gently used. That's a really nice edition. I would recommend picking this one up if you guys are into anime. This is a really good story. Space pirates and stuff like that, and look at that interior artwork, looks really, really nice. And this first disc here, disc 1, is the 3D. And disc 2 is the international cut. And like I said, you can also watch it in 2D if you don't have a 3D TV, which I do not myself. Not even sure if they really cater to the 3D TVs very much anymore. But it also comes with a nice booklet that I thought was really nice. Twilight Time is stepping up their game. And it has some really nice crisp images from the film, some stills, and a little bit of info. I really like what Twilight Time is doing. And I like the fact that they're having a lot of sales, because usually when their new releases come out, they're 30 bucks plus shipping. So you're dropping about 36, 37 bucks, depending where you live in the US. Not sure if they ship international or not. But when you get the sales and they're 15 bucks, you get them half price. It's a really good time to kind of stock up on some of the titles that you've been looking for your collection. And this was one that I missed. It sold out pretty quick. I mean, it was available for a little while, but then it ended up selling out and I missed out on it. So I thought it would probably go for 50, 60 bucks on eBay, but it's still very cheap. I got it for 25 bucks. So if you keep your eyes open and you want to get this edition, it's still very affordable. So that is Harlock Space Pirate, and it's one I recommend. Now these next 5 were all part of the sale, so all 5 of these titles were 15 bucks. And this first one is called The Night of the Generals, and this one sold out during the sale, so it is now out of print and sold out. So this one may be a little pricey, but I'm sure if you keep your eyes open on the secondary markets, you'll be able to find it. Check out some of the Facebook trading groups, or keep an eye on eBay if you're interested in this one. It's a film from 1966. Obviously it's a World War II drama film, and I think this is about, let's see, before I get ahead of myself here, it says Anatoly Litvak directs a Sam Spiegel produced movie, The Night of the Generals, 1967, an unusual World War II crime thriller about a Nazi investigation into the murder of a prostitute. So it's a little different kind of movie about World War II. And I forgot to cut the... I did open these up. It looks like there's a little bit of a security sticker here at the top. There we go. This one also comes with a booklet. Just a kind of a thin booklet, but a booklet nonetheless, and I always do appreciate when companies throw a little extra stuff in there for you. Some stills and some write-ups. It's always good to have. As collectors, we like that kind of stuff. So again, this one did sell out during the sale. If you're interested in this one, check eBay now before the prices get way too high. Here is Kiss of Death. And film noir is always really good. This is a film from 1947, black and white, 99 minutes. And as always, these films are limited to 3,000. It says it tells the tale of a petty crook turned stool pigeon who, in his attempt to go straight, finds himself stalked by a psycho killer, the notorious Tommy Udo, one of cinema's most frightening villains. And this is another one that I recommend. Probably many of you guys have this one already. This one does have some interior art. And it does come with another thin booklet. Victor Mature stars in this film. As you can see there, this is Victor Mature. Very, very cool. 15 bucks, you can't go wrong. And they had free shipping since I bought 5 films. I think it was free shipping over 60 bucks. So here is Emperor of the North, another one that sold out during the sale. Director Robert Aldrich and screenwriter Stephen Knopf bring us a spectacular Depression-era tale starring a pair of stalwart veteran actors, Lee Marvin and Ernest Borgnine, as respectively a jaunty hobo determined to ride a train and the vicious conductor equally resolved to prevent this. Also starring Keith Carradine. So you know that's going to be a good one. Never seen the film before. It's from 1973. But anytime you can get a Lee Marvin movie, Ernest Borgnine, a classic like this on Blu-ray in a limited edition for 15 bucks, why wouldn't you? You know, it seems like a no-brainer to me, but really like what Twilight Time is doing. Emperor of the North. The next one is called Inferno 3D. This one was still available. This was one of their newer releases, I believe. I think there's 2 different versions of the film on here. There's the original 1953, and then there was a renewed version of the film from 1981. And it said that this was a Screen Archives exclusive. So it says the one and only Robert Ryan stars in Inferno 3D as a crusty millionaire left in the desert to die by his wife and her lover. This tale of survival is enriched as Ryan transforms via his ordeal from a bitter defeatist to a crafty new man. Almost kind of like a Alfred Hitchcock movie. Alfred Hitchcock would have stuff like this in his Alfred Hitchcock Presents or the Alfred Hitchcock Hour. This kind of reminiscent of that to me. That's what it sounds like. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. There you can see some nice interior artwork there. And I'm sure that Twilight Time really cleaned this up, and it probably looks spectacular. Love that they're putting books little booklets in with their releases. So that is Inferno 3D from 1953. And the last one is a horror comedy called The Hospital, starring George C. Scott. And it says it's a dark comedy from 1971, produced by Howard Gottfried and directed by Arthur Hiller. Stars George C. Scott as the deeply depressed head of medicine at a Manhattan Technical Hospital, where over one long night everything falls apart. The doc's incipient suicide is interrupted only by the arrival of a seductive young woman, who is played by Diana Rigg, the daughter of a crazed patient. She gives him something to live for and helps him out to get out of the bottom of a bizarre sudden death, suddenly plagued by cold-hearted medical institution. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. This one says it's also an exclusive from Screen Archives and Twilight Time Movies. I think they all are. I don't think these are sold anywhere else. I don't remember Diabolic DVD ever carrying these, so I'm not sure if they're available anywhere else at this point. But there's George C. Scott in the hospital in the background. There's a booklet here showing some of the stills of the film and some of the write-ups. And it seems like they always end the booklet with a kind of a retro style poster or artwork lobby card. So those were the little scores I got from Twilight Time. I've been trying to grab those when I can, when they go on sale, because just like Criterion, if you can get them for 50% off, I mean, you'd be crazy not to. Even if you only get a couple at a time, it's worth it. I guess I'll just show the 2 PlayStation 4 games really quick. And if any of you guys are interested in connecting with me on the PlayStation Network, comment down below and let me know what your handle is, or your username, whatever you want to call it, over at the PlayStation Network, and I will add you if you'd like to. And I know some of you out there already are on my network, so I enjoy keeping in touch with you guys over there. This is Assassin's Creed Origins, and I love these games. They're really in-depth, and it's open world, and there's hours of entertainment with these Assassin's Creed games. I played all of them from Black Flag on, so anything that was on PlayStation 4 I've played, which I think that's about 3 or 4. This might be the 4th one. Everyone has been really, really good. And I'm looking forward to jumping into this one. My favorite one so far was Black Plague, by the way. That was the one with the pirate ships. That was an excellent game. I picked this one up pre-owned at GameStop. And let me see. I don't know if there was any DLC or anything in here, so I better not open that up. I think there was DLC, but I think I used it, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. And then this bad boy here, God of War. I've heard nothing but good things about this. I haven't opened this one up yet because I still have a couple other games I have to play. So I still have War of Mordor I have to play, Friday the 13th. I have to finish Destiny. So there's some games I'm still going to play before I crack into this, but I heard it was really good. So and the graphics are phenomenal because I did see some of the previews for the game. So those were the 2 little PS4 pickups that I had. We'll get into the Disney stuff here. I got 2 to show, and then we'll get into the good stuff. This is Peter Pan, and I think this is probably, no kidding, this is like the 5th time I've owned this movie, going back to VHS, DVD, Digibook, Blu-ray. Now this is called the Anniversary Edition with the Multi-Screen Edition. You get a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital code with never before seen bonus. You get the signature collection slipcover. And when it comes to marketing, I don't think there's anybody better than Disney. They keep releasing the same movies, and suckers like me, collectors like me, keep buying them. So, but these are timeless classics, and I like the way these look on the shelves. So I'm not going to crack into these just yet because I haven't redeemed my points, and I haven't redeemed the digital code yet. And then this was a movie club exclusive, and if you bought this directly online through the Disney Club, the Disney Movie Club that is, if you bought Peter Pan at their regular price, which is I believe $29.99 or $26.99, something like that, something way too high, you got this one for $15, and this one happens to be a movie club exclusive, which means you can only buy this through the Disney Movie Club. So I thought that was a pretty decent deal, considering this would probably be about a, I don't know, $24 Blu-ray. This would probably be a $24 Blu-ray. I saved a little money in the long run packaging these up, so overpaying for the first one worked out with the deal on the second one. Let us get into the little pile of imports that I picked up. This first one is from the UK, and this is a classic US Saturday morning, what do you want to call it, like a variety show, I guess, because it did have live action as well as animated shorts in between. And this is the Banana Splits and Friends show. This is the complete season 1, and as far as I know, they only released season 1 on DVD so far. But there was certainly more than one season of this show. I think there may have been 4 or 5, maybe 6 seasons of the show, somewhere around there. But I do have fond memories of this show growing up as a kid. This show was a little bit before my time, but it was in syndication by the time I was in elementary school watching these as reruns. So, and I popped this in, and it actually looks pretty good. I mean, it didn't really have a clean, it wasn't really cleaned up in the transfer. It looks like it could have been probably from VHS, a little bit better than VHS, but it's not great. I wouldn't say it's probably 5 or 6 out of 10, but it looks good. I mean, it looks like you would watch it on TV back in the 70s. And the series actually came out in the 60s, late 60s, I would say maybe 66, 67, somewhere around in there. But this was a Hanna-Barbera production, and it says, "Far out, man, it's the swinging 60s and the action at the psychedelic hangout. The banana pad is slipping into high gear," and I know all you guys know the Banana Split song. I will link it down below. The na-na-na, na-na-na-na. The Banana Splits, 4 rock musicians named Fleagle, Bingo, Drooper, and Snorky play their instruments, tell jokes, and slapstick the day away, splitting up the Splits videos. Antics are 2 cartoons and a live-action series full of action and adventure. And they had Arabian Nights and the Three Musketeers, and they also had Danger Island. And they would have little skits with the guys in costume, and then they would break to a little segment with the animation, and then they would break into Danger Island, Uh-Oh, Chongo. Anyway, this edition is really nice, and believe it or not, they don't even have an official release in US. This is a UK import, and they really did a good job. And they got a couple of swing trays. They got 2, 4, 6, I believe it's 6 discs. Yeah, it's 6 discs total. And it's really well put together. It's nice and heavy. The slip box is really nice. It's sturdy. So if anybody is interested in this, I would say go ahead and pick this one up. I think I paid about $25 for this. But that's just because I love to collect the Hanna-Barbera. Some people might think that's overpaying, but this is nostalgia for me, and I wanted to add this to the collection. So I got the Banana Splits Season 1. The next one was an import from Sweden, and this is also a US movie. This is called Chainsaw Cheerleaders, put out by sickfilms.se. And this is a DVD that was limited to 450. I got number 350. It is in English language. I popped this one in. There you can see Tiffany Shepis. She's in here. This is a Donald Farmer film. Debbie Rochon is also in here. And there's not a whole lot to this, but this is a Region 2, but I have a Region Free player. Actually, is this Region 2? I believe it is. It says Region 0, but it says Region 0 PAL. I'm not sure if that's Region 2 or what, because I know PAL is different than NTSC, but here is the information if you guys are interested in Dark Disc. You can go to darkdisc.com, or you can email them at info@darkdisc.com. That is Chainsaw Cheerleaders. 2468, Who Will They Decapitate? The next one is a steelbook that I picked up from Germany, and this is the original Friday the 13th, 1980, with the lenticular cover. Maybe it'll pick up here. I kind of put it has a magnetic plate on the front. This magnetic lenticular cover. There's supposed to be a shot of Jason's face, and then Jason holding what looks like a smiling victim. And I put the magnetic plate in a little baggie because I didn't want it to scratch the steelbook. But there is the German title, and that's the cover. Here's the back. That looks really cool. I like that. And the inside is pretty simple. It just shows the disc. There's no interior artwork. This is just the J card that I keep. And it's all in German. You're not going to be able to read that. But I popped this in. The quality is really good, but this was a rip from the Warner Brothers box set that was put out in the U.S. Everything is exactly the same as the U.S. edition. I mean, it even has the special features. Everything is in English. So basically, this was just ripped off from the U.S. Warner Brothers edition that was put out in that tin a few years back. But I'm not complaining because I do like the packaging, and I like the steelbook, and I like the series. So this is part of my Friday the 13th collection. And this was a surprise for me. I really enjoyed this film. This one was imported from Finland, and this is called Into the Grizzly Maze. And it stars James Marsden, and Thomas Jane is in here, and these guys are brothers in the film. It also has Billy Bob Thornton, who was a supposed grizzly expert, and I'm not going to give any of the movie away. Actually, I'll just stop right there because Billy Bob Thornton, who has a really good role in this movie, but he has a pretty gruesome demise, and I'll just leave it at that. And then Piper Perabo was smoking hot in this movie, and this is a really good movie. I was pleasantly surprised, to say the least, and I would recommend picking this up. The only thing is, this is a Blu-ray release from Finland because we don't have a Blu-ray release of this film in the U.S. We have a DVD release, but you can pick this up. I think it was only $10 plus maybe $6 shipping from Finland to the U.S. It took maybe 2 weeks to get here, but it was worth it. And it says that it's rated 15, but this movie is very gruesome. It came out in 2015. There's some very gory. There's a lot of blood. There's some pretty gruesome attack scenes, and I think in the U.S. it would definitely be rated R. But it is Region B, so you have to have a multi-region player to play this. And if you don't have a multi-region player and you just want to get the DVD, do that. But check this movie out. It's very, very good. I really enjoyed this movie, Into the Grizzly Maze. I have 2 Arrow titles to show. The first one is a giallo film, Death Smiles on a Murderer by Joe D'Amato, starring Klaus Kinski. And I flipped the cover. That was the cover B that was on the inside, which is now going to be my main cover because I like that one better. I'll show you guys the reversible cover here in a second. We're going to get into the specs about this film. It says it's a haunting gothic horror giallo hybrid. Death Smiles on a Murderer is a compelling early work from the legendary sleaze and horror film director Joe D'Amato, who did Anthropophagus, Emmanuel in America, billed under his real name, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Right there. So you guys can try to figure that out. Set in Austria in the early 1900s, Death Smiles on a Murderer stars Ewa Aulin. I shouldn't even be trying to read these names. As Greta, a beautiful young woman abused by her brother Franz and left to die in childbirth by her illicit lover. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to try to read all these names, but it says it's presented here in 2K. Surreal supernatural mystery. Several shocking scenes of gore. Typically sinister performance by Klaus Kinski as a morbid doctor, and you get all of these special features, as Arrow always does. And this is Region A. The film is from 1973. It's a newer release from Arrow, one of their newer releases. And there's the disc art. That's the cover that came with it, which is also on the disc art. I don't mind that cover. I think it's actually pretty cool, but I like that cover a little bit better. And then you get a art card, and there is Johnny Garco as Sartana, and he's going to be coming out in a box set pretty soon to join us. Looking forward to that. I hope you guys had a chance to go and pre-order the Sartana box set. Sartana. Tomato. But this is a pretty thick book here, and it has cast and crew. Stephen Thrower has some write-ups in there. You got some really cool looking stills, images from the film. Wow. This is a really, really nice edition, and it goes on and on and on. And this has got to be a 30-something page book. Actually, it's 43 pages, so that's quality right there. And Sartana. And I picked up a Mario Bava film, Kill Baby Kill. I wanted this edition. I know that Kino put this out as well, but I really wanted the Arrow edition, and I waited. This has been out for, I think, about a year now. I think this came out in 2017, and actually the film itself came out in '66. I picked this up for $10, so I was really happy I waited. And this is a 2-disc. We'll get into the reversible cover here in a second, but the first one, and this is the Region B edition. I think it was only released in Region B because Kino has the rights to Region A in the US. And here is the DVD. And then here is the original cover, and I believe that is the same cover that is on the Kino edition, which I think is pretty cool, but I just like that one a little bit better. And it almost looks like a Graham Humphreys cover, and it sure is. Artwork by Graham Humphreys. And then you get a booklet. It's not quite as thick as Death Smiles on a Murderer, but it's still quite thick, and I would say it's probably close to 20 pages. So you get, I got to be careful because sometimes they do show nudity in here. Yeah, it's pretty close to 20 pages. So Kill Baby Kill, Mario Bava film from 1966. I also picked up a Scorpion releasing title. This was a limited edition, numbered. This is The House on Sorority Row. Nothing can prepare you for what happens when she fights back. And I like this clear cover. I like what Scorpion is doing. They recently put out Death Ship, and I have that coming in the mail. I was going to wait for that. I still have a couple things coming, which I'm going to probably just save for the next update video. But this is a really nice edition. I like this blue case with the little blue logo there at the top for the Blu-ray disc. This was limited to 1,600, which is quite a bit. And this is number 410. So it's going to take a long time for this one to sell out. So if you guys are on the fence about this one, you can wait a little while. You don't have to hurry up and get this one. It should be available for a while, I would say. It's a slasher film from 1982. And I just watched this one not too long ago. I think it was like right around a little bit after Christmas I watched this one. So it's 6 months ago or so. This one has a whole bunch of special features, and if you want to pause that, you can check those out. They have an isolated music track now, which is nice. I know Kino has been working with Scorpion a lot lately, so I think maybe they're helping them out with some of their features and stuff like that. There is the disc art, and that's the exact same disc art that was on the DVD. And there is the same image that is on the slipcover, so I just switched it to this one. I happen to like this one a little bit better anyway. I think that looks pretty cool. I actually like that cover better than I like this one. They should have put that on the slip, and that could have been on the inside, my opinion. And I know they say opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one and they all stink. But Walnut swore on camera. Wow. Sorry about that. Here is the latest Code Red Blu-ray. This is the Violent Professionals by Sergio Martino. This was also released on DVD by Wild East. This is spy number 159. And this is a Eurocrime. And from what I hear, I haven't seen this one yet, but from what I hear, it's a pretty gory Eurocrime, pretty gritty, a lot of violence. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. This is Region A, and it's anamorphic widescreen. Running time is 101 minutes. So that is, there's nothing on the inside I checked already, just the disc with the same art. And I noticed that their Code Red is kind of going to the, I don't even know what you call these discs, with that little flap that tucks in. I'm not the biggest fan of those. I liked it when they had kind of they had more of like a square case. And they almost seemed like they were a little bit thicker than normal, but it looks like they're going to different cases now. So, and one that's probably been shown off a million times already. I had this one for a few weeks. I just hadn't made any videos lately. And this is Clint Eastwood, A Fistful of Dollars, Sergio Leone film. I'm particularly looking forward to this because I heard that there's a really good commentary by Tim Lucas, who is a good friend of mine on Facebook. I've been friends with him for several years, and he's a very, very down-to-earth, nice man. And he is really, really good with his commentaries. I recommend that you guys watch anything that he does. He does a ton of stuff, mostly Bava, but he crosses over into all genres, giallos, horror, spaghetti westerns. And there you can see at the top, audio commentary by film historian Tim Lucas. Very, very kind of a mellow guy, and he is just a wealth of knowledge, and you can see some of the other special features. But I recommend checking him out. He's very good. And of course, this is a film from 1964. It's 99 minutes. This is Region A. And I was pretty impressed when I opened this up because this is also the reversible cover. I like this one a little bit better than the other one. But the fact that Kino is doing reversible covers now is outstanding. And there's the cover that came with the movie, which it's okay. I mean, it looks pretty good. It almost looks like a painting or something like that, some kind of artwork. I just prefer the look of Clint with the dead bodies strewn about in the back, the adobe brick huts or houses that he kind of strolled through with his mule in the beginning, and the different Morricone tunes that played, and I can hear him in my head as I'm talking about it. And this is a very good movie. This is one of the Man with No Name trilogies, and it comes with a Kino booklet of some of the previous titles that have been released. I'm not going to go through all of this, but this is kind of new too. I don't remember getting one of these. And this is actually very well done. This is almost kind of like a collector's piece here because it shows all the covers of maybe not all of their titles, but some of their better sellers. And give you an idea of some of the things that you want to look for your collection. Very, very nice. I'm glad that they put that in there. It's cool. It could be that they put them in other releases. I just don't remember them being that elaborate, I guess. So that was the lone Kino title I picked up over the last month. Here is the creature feature film I was telling you guys about. It's a Bigfoot film, and this is one that I remember from my childhood back in the 70s. This is Creature from Black Lake, and this is definitely a drive-in style film. And it never really got a decent release. This is just kind of this was put out by a company called Hollywood Entertainment DVD, and it's It's okay. It's watchable. It's almost VHS quality, a little bit better than that maybe. But it definitely deserves to be cleaned up, and I would love to see a movie like this even through Scream Factory or Arrow Video as like a collector's edition with a nice slipcover or a poster. Because to me, this is one of the best. It's a simple image in the back. You see the huge lurking monster overlooking the lake as two guys are paddling their rowboat or their canoe across the lake, Black Lake, and it's just, to me, it's one of my favorite images from cinema history for posters. I really like it. And it stars Jack Elam. Dennis Fimple is in here as well. It says John David Carson and Dennis Fimple played two students tracking in the Louisiana backwoods in search of a mysterious legendary creature. Ignoring warnings by the local sheriff, they team up with Dub Taylor and his grandson, whose parents were killed in an auto wreck earlier. After witnessing the beast, suddenly one of the students disappears and a deadly confrontation ensues. And this is a rated PG film, but it's definitely, I think in today's ratings, it would probably be about a PG-13, but it's still a creepy watch. And I would definitely love to see this movie get a better release. It definitely deserves it. Creature from Black Lake. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. Here is one that is, it's another creature feature type film, and I believe this one is now out of print. This is a DVD Blu-ray combo pack of Hellmouth. And this is an Anchor Bay release. It's region A, 95 minutes. Terminally ill and stuck with a depressing job as a grave digger, Charlie only wants to retire to Florida to live out the rest of his remaining days in peace. However, this provides to be only a pipe dream, as his boss, Mr. Winnie, has forced Charlie to take on a job at another cemetery and postpone his retirement plans for the indefinite future. While traveling to the cemetery, Charlie meets Faye, a beautiful hitchhiker. They share an instant romantic connection, but their happiness is threatened by the fact that Charlie's new cemetery is actually a gateway to hell that puts them both at risk. So I believe this one is out of print. And this is the Blu-ray DVD combo. There's the DVD Blu-ray. And there's little demon creatures in here and stuff like that. So looking forward to getting into this one. Simple job, grave consequences. A stunning feat in visuals by Ain't It Cool News. Here is another title that is out of print. This is Ron Atkins' Schizophreniac, the Horror Mangler. And it's been a while since I've seen some good horror mangling, so I'm looking forward to checking this one out. Harry's hearing voices. They're telling him to kill, and he's listening. And this is out of print, and it's kind of rare. It's hard to find, and it's a little pricey. I got this one very cheap, trust me. From what I hear, from what some of my good horror buddies tell me, and I've heard this from more than a couple people, that this might be one of the worst horror movies ever made. So know what you're getting into before you pay a whole bunch of money for this, because on eBay, I think this is going for like around 40, 50, 60 bucks. I got this way, way, way cheaper than that. I just wanted to get it for a collectible, and because who doesn't like to see a little horror mangling from time to time? You know what I'm saying? So I picked it up, and it's a flipper disc. Already, that's boo, right? Nobody likes flipper discs, but they don't do them anymore, so that's a good thing. But this is a little collectible, and this is a special edition, and you can see the features there. The film is from 1997. There was also a sequel called, what was it called? Necromaniac. And that one is even more ridiculous in price on the secondary markets because it was so rare. I think it was such a bomb in sales that they probably didn't produce very much. But if you wanted to get Necromaniac, that is a sequel to Schizophreniac, I think you're going to have to probably pay around $100. So if anybody wants to donate that to Toddy Walnuts, go out there and find it, donate it to me. I would love to add it to my collection, but there's no way in Hades I'm paying $100 for Necromaniac. So that's that. Just to quickly show you what Wild Eye Releasing sent to me, and also a lucky winner will get the same little bundle in my 2,000 subscriber contest, which if you guys haven't had a chance to make a video or enter the contest, please consider doing so. If you don't want to enter the contest, please at least check out some of the entries that I got so far. I got 2, and they were excellent. I got one from Jason from Horrific Nightmares JM. He was the first one, and his video was phenomenal. I loved it. And Turi, who is T-Money86, another fantastic video. Those were excellent videos. They made me happy, and they were really good to watch. I recommend you guys go check those videos out. They're in the description of they're in the comments below on the 2,000 subscriber contest video. So anyway, you got I got Tsunami, I got Hell's Kitty, which this looks pretty crazy. I mean, this pussy is possessed. So it almost looks like they're kind of trying to take taglines like Shameless Entertainment was doing with their DVDs, and I'm all for it because I love these kind of taglines like this. This pussy is possessed. And this cute cat, apparently it's a killer cat. So look at you, they even got the red eyes on him, and he mangled up that whore. So this is another horror mangling movie. I'm gonna check this one out soon. You got the Cropsey incident, and it looks like it's a killer scarecrow movie. I'm really glad to have these movies because these are fun, and Wild Eye likes to take care of their fans, and they're a good company. I got nothing but love for Wild Eye Releasing. And here's Devil's Well. I think this is kind of like a paranormal devil worship type film. So, and the last thing for this update video, I did pick up some wax from Waxwork. This is, I already took the plastic off to save a little time. This is Dario Argento's Tenebrae. And this one came out a couple weeks ago. I don't know if it's sold out or not. I don't think it did, but I'm not exactly sure. But this is a phenomenal soundtrack. I believe this is the first time it was ever released on vinyl. So it's kind of a collector's piece. And then you got the little image of the face looking through the curtain there. And I'm going to see if I can take this out and show you guys. There's the inside of the gatefold. I keep getting texts. I hope it's not interfering with my recording, because I'm ignoring them, but they keep popping up on my screen. So if it's interrupting, there's nothing I can do about that, guys. I'm just going to try to wrap this up really quick. Somebody keeps texting me, and I got to call them back, but I can't right now because I'm enjoying my time with you guys. So let's see if I can get this out. There we go. All right, so there is the track listing on the back. You got side A, side B, side C, side D. I'm going to go a little quick here, guys, just to finish this up. And here is the second record, and it comes in I think they called it a straight razor gray. And then I think the other one was like the blood red. And that's cool, that record sleeve there. I like that. Really nice addition. Waxwork, you're awesome. There's the blood red. Quick recap. So you got Tsunami, Hell's Kitty, Cropsey Incident, Devil's Well, Grizzly Maze, which I really strongly recommend. Matter of fact, go to eBay and pick that one up from Finland and get it for like $15 shipped, and it'll probably be one of the best buys you guys had in a while. Take Toddy Walnut's word on that one. Friday the 13th Steelbook, Chainsaw Cheerleaders DVD, Banana Splits and Friends Show, complete season 1, Peter Pan Return to Neverland, God of War, Assassin's Creed Origins, and don't forget, if you guys want to add me to the PlayStation Network, comment below, let me know what your name is and I'll add you. I got The Hospital, Inferno, Emperor of the North, Kiss of Death, The Night of the Generals, and Harlock, Space Pirate. Schizophreniac, the Whore Mangler. Hellmouth. And by the way, I forgot to mention, I should have mentioned this. This was purchased on eBay, and the seller recognized my name and asked me if I was Toddy Walnuts from YouTube. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name, but I do remember that you have a channel called Baby Kamala. I don't know if you're watching my videos, or you said you did. I don't know if you're watching this one. If you are, please comment below so I can subscribe to you. And thanks for the good deal on that movie. Creature feature film, Creature from Black Lake. I recommend anybody check that one out. And it definitely needs a Blu-ray. So Arrow Video, if you're watching. 88 Films. Scream Factory, anybody. Criterion, somebody, help me out here. Give me a Blu-ray of that. Fistful of Dollars. The Violent Professionals. House on Sorority Row, another good one. Kill Baby Kill, very good. And Death Smiles on a Murderer in Tenebrae. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, you can talk about whatever you want. Just drop them down below. If you got any questions, you want to say hey, hello. Thank you to all my newest subscribers for subscribing to my channel. If you want me to check out your videos, let me know. Comment below. I'll subscribe to you and check you out. Take care. See you guys next time. Later.